Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. I am exhausted, so I will not be before you long. But I did not want this day to get away from me without documenting the grace and the mercy and just the overall joy that my family and I experienced today as Miss Maria was discharged from the hospital. She has spent the last 31 days between ICU and IMCU, so between the intensive care unit and the intermediate care unit. We've been there for the last 31 days. And I discussed, what happened with Miss Maria in my last video. There were times where I was not sure that we were going to make it through or beyond this hospital visit. It was very stressful. It was very heavy. And this was the most ill I had ever seen Maria. And I had to pray through it. And I had to listen to a lot of gospel songs. And at one point in the hospital, because Maria currently lives in a group home that's run by some very amazing people, and they all come from the continent of Africa, different countries. But they've introduced Maria to African gospel music, and she likes listening to it. So at one point I was sitting with her in the hospital, and this is when she still was on the ventilator. So they had her sedated on the ventilator because it's very uncomfortable to have a machine breathing for you. And I was just sitting there and I was like, man, I wish I had the artists, the African gospel music that Maria likes. And YouTube started playing it. Just started playing it. And, the entire time I was graced, had the cruise for 7 days for Thanksgiving, got grace with that, got some time to rest, came back, hit the ground running. Between me, my mother, spending the night at the hospital, being Maria's voice, being not only her advocate, but her translator, and then the group home showing up and standing in the gap, and then Maria's grandfather flying in. It took a village. It took a village to get her back home and back on the road to recovery. So she had several types of pneumonia, and it took a while for her to bounce back from that. She's still getting the breathing treatments, then recovering from the emergency surgery. Whew, y'all, I just want to give God all the praise. So that's why I'm on here running my mouth. I just want to give God the praise for giving us the grace, and for sparing my baby, for healing her, and for allowing me to enjoy her in my life just a little while longer. None of us are promised tomorrow, so we must be grateful and present in each and every day, because it truly is a gift. So this is my gratefulness on display. I hope that you and your family have a wonderful holiday season. Find some joy in the midst of, and I will be back soon. Peace and blessings to you all. Thank you for your time.